And Shalanda, what a player he's been down the years. He won't be with his good buddy Bundy Aki for a little while. He's going to miss the and look, will get on with the serious business of taking on Leinster. The Ulster beat home and away last year, and not too many sides do that. This is an entirely different Leinster side. A try scorer, one of many try scorers last week against the Scarlets, Billy Burns, who's going to get this game underway. Wonderful buzz around the place, and that's hung up in a little bit of a breeze. Well taken in by Ryan Baird, who's equally at home in the second row. With a 10-metre line, Cooney. Nice little off-road by Matty Ray to Treadwell. And Leinster have got themselves into the Ulster 22. And here's the try-scoring line-out specialist hooker, Dan Sheehan. Then it goes back in the Leinster side. Ross Byrne pops it up. Well taken on by Gary Ringrose. Ulster defending mightily. McGrath to the open side. Baird makes a bit of ground. Maloney is ignored, but Leinster still churning forward. Plenty of men on this near side. Tom O'Toole has to put the tackle in. Still there for Leinster, and again they move forward, and again Ulster tackle. And again McGrath calls for it and gets it. Sheehan taken off at the ankles. A little bit more width on it this time. Robbie Henshaw picked up and brought gently to the ground by Marcus Ray. Leinster have a wee bit of an overlap here. That was a very good tackle on the far side by Aaron Sexton. And Jordan Larmour, this could be interesting. And it's a dive for the line, and Leinster have got the first try. And it's the back row forward, Ryan Baird, the enormous big fella at 6'6", and he didn't really have to stretch Leinster. And what a finish by the flanker.
Brilliant score, brilliantly executed. They took a little bit of moisture on the pitch, but it didn't in any way restrict or limit what Leinster did there. And the big challenge that Ulster have tonight, Jim, is because, as we've talked about, Leinster do have that power. They have some very, very big carriers throughout their pack and in the midfield. Well, they've got to find a way of stopping the game line if they just make their tackles. And to me, one of the reasons that what the Ray boys bring is their antimony, their ability to be hard at the breakdown, slow the ruck down, look for turnovers. If they just stand off and give Leinster multi-phase, this is what they'll do.
Well, there was always an overlap, but the important thing was getting the pass away. Wishing Johnny Sexton would stop playing and go into happy retirement, but not yet. Byrne with the kick. Oh, that's a wonderful kick. What a great kick that is from a very difficult angle out wide. Well, John Cooney, who got 30 points, including a couple of tries last week in Llanelli. He's given that a nice thump, and it's an accurate thump, and it's right between the Leinster posts. Just about the same position. Little right-footed scuff, and the kick is very good indeed. Well, it's a bit of a blow for Ulster having to come back and close the gap to 4 points.
And so that's the challenge now. Johnny Bell up in the Ulster's coaching box has to try and find a way to match that attack.
Dan Sheehan looking for Maloney, but they change their mind and give it to Jack Coleman jumping at the front. And who's into the back? It's not going to be Sheehan, who scored 7 tries in 3 successive league games, 4 last week. And that looks as if they've got themselves another one, and that's a great finish. It is, believe it or not, it is Dan Sheehan. 4 last week, 1 this week.
It's an unbelievable maul. You just don't know how to defend that. Again, we talked about the scrum being a little bit of technique, a little bit of weight, and a little bit of power. Very much the maul is exactly the same, and the size of this Leinster pack allows you to play 30+ games across the course of the season.
Byrne. No problems whatsoever. It's pretty well straight in front of the Ulster post at the Aquinas end. Chipped it very delicately and nicely right between the Ulster posts. Getting tougher for this Ulster side. Leinster up to 20 is hauled down by his opposite number, Ross Byrne. Ulster keeping possession. McCluskey has a go himself. Good work by McCluskey. Needs a bit of help, and he's got it. Ben Moxham is in there. It's scooted out, illegally so. Referee might be thinking we're going to the pocket, and he is, and there's a Leinsterman going to the bin.
Again, really silly, naive play by O'Brien. You've got to understand where you are in the game. You've got to understand the scoreline. No need to do that.
Best position for Ulster. John Andrew taking at the front. Now can they get in behind and do what Leinster didn't in the first half? Andrew's got the ball in there. One more shove might just do it. They're coming in field. Terrific Leinster defence. Ulster go again, and they've got the try, and it is John Andrew. Well, that's his 16th Ulster try, and he'll never score a more important one, I'm pretty sure. It's now Ulster 10 and Leinster 20.
And you can see Leinster now starting to just walk a little bit more slowly.
Oh, what a great strike by Cooney. Still there, McCluskey gets it away to Burns. Now to Michael Lowry. We ship it wide. It's going to be another Ulster try. And over in the corner goes Aaron Sexton.
Just stand by. We're just going to see this angle again here. Okay, we're going to go slow on this one. So you see the blue hand coming in, knocks the ball, but White is still has some level of possession and then loses it forward. So it's a knock on.
Okay, lost forward by White.
Lost forward by White.
No score.
Blue came in and disrupted the ball. It's a knock forward by White. So no try for Aaron Sexton, no try for Ulster. Silence at Ravenhill as it turned to a cheer. Yes, it has. Wonderful kick by John Cooney yet again. 6.5 to go, 7 between, and that's been knocked forward. Play on, says the referee, and Ulster will get the scrum. And got to get it in and got to get it away, David.
They do, Jim, and I'd be critical of Leinster from a tactical point of view there. We've seen all game.
At the moment they've got a losing bonus point, which will not satisfy them. Didn't look straight. The crowd thought so, and more importantly, Andrew Brace, the referee, thought so. So Ulster will get the scrum, David. Van der Fleer and Leinster have won the ball on the ground, and Marcus Ray very nearly got it back, but Nick McCarthy puts foot to it, and that's going to be it. Andrew Brace blows for the end of the game. It was never going to be a classic given the conditions and what was on between these two, and in the end you have to say Leinster just about deserved to win.
I think Leinster deserved the win very much based on their first half performance and the opportunities they took, but it's always going to be very hard. I mean, these conditions don't give a reflection of where the two teams are.